Good morning. This is the replay of my TikTok and Instagram live. So if you're watching this on YouTube, just skip forward a couple minutes. I'm going to wait for everybody to get on and I'll explain this. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I missed y'all. I really did. Good morning. If you're squeamish, you might not want to stick around. Oh gosh. I'm doing great. Thank you, Elizabeth. I really appreciate all of the messages, all of the DMs, the emails, everything that you all sent. I really appreciate it. You guys are so sweet, so kind, and I appreciate you. Oh, good afternoon from Egypt. Nice. I didn't know that, Tracy. I'm doing well. As you can see, I've got my little incision here. So there's still stitches in there. I get those stitches out on Tuesday. So yeah. I am doing better, thank you. The only thing is I have to try to keep my face neutral because if I do too much expression, it tightens everything up, then it starts getting really sore. So if you're new here, this is a cancer spot that I had cut out on Monday. I was not expecting it to be this much. I was thinking it was gonna be just a spot. No, they freaking sliced open my head and I have 17 stitches, so thank you guys so much. Y'all are so kind. Okay, so what we're gonna do first, if you're new here, we do this every Monday and Friday. We look at the energy of the week or the weekend, okay? So right now, today, we're gonna look at the energy of the weekend. This is a collective reading. I pull cards for each day and we talk about it. That way you know what's coming up, what energy to work with, and how to navigate through the weekend in your power, okay? So what we're gonna do first is we're going to attune our root chakra, okay? Because this is where everything begins. All you do is you just listen to the vibration, your body picks up the vibration, and then we're gonna get started, okay? So just take a few seconds to yourself, enjoy the singing of the tuning fork, and like I said, we're gonna get started. If you have questions about numerology, tarot, life and relationship stuff like that, feel free to ask me in the comments. I'm happy to help you, I'm happy to answer. This is what I do all day, every day. But like I said, this is a collective reading. These are not private readings. If you need a private reading, you're welcome to book one with me through the link in my bio, okay? And you're gonna see me looking up and down. I'm talking to Instagram and TikTok, okay? So here we go. Just enjoy the vibration. Let me do that again because I did not hit it right. Here we go. Just breathe. Still going, just breathe. There we go. See? Easy peasy. So the cancer spot was basal cell. When they did the biopsy, they did discover that it is cancerous. So it was basal cell, so I had to have that cut out. And I had another spot on my arm that had to be burned off. So good times. But it's symbolic of what we're going through now because, we have the North Node in Aries. Aries is all about your physical appearance, taking care of yourself. And these are things that I had put off because I just didn't, So I finally went and had the opportunity to take care of them because you guys know I had other major surgery recently that I needed to take care of first. And then I had this cut out. So it's fine. Everything's temporary, right? It's going to heal, going to move forward. Everything's good. So I just have a boo-boo. Yeah, exactly. Self-care. Thank you guys so much. You have a spot in the same place? Yeah, it's crazy. I had one here. If you could see this white spot in my forehead, that was another cancer spot years ago that I used black salve on. So I literally have like my third eye open. It is what it is. Okay, so let's get our fairy blessing for the weekend. Let's find out what is coming up for us this weekend. Good morning, Miss Denise. Yep, it's all fixable. Let's see, let's see. And I feel like if you get to the end of your life and you have no scars, then did you even live? Thank you, Denise. It's so good to be back. I missed everybody. Okay, what is our fairy blessing for the weekend? And after we get our fairy blessing, y'all are going to pick the deck that we use. Here we go. Look at that. We got this again. The blessing of Queen Mab, okay? This is about your personal power. This is about you taking your power back. Remember this? Look how much of a badass she looks like, right? She's number 39. So 3 in numerology is all about communication. It's about expression, creation, like creativity. Really expressing what it is that you want, right? 9 is, it is fruition. It's things coming to an end, but it's also higher wisdom, okay? Because it's the 3 to the 3rd. Think about that, okay? So we're expressing our wisdom. We're saying, you know what? This is my power. I'm taking this back. This is what I know to be best for me, okay? Because I know this is for my highest good because I've obtained this higher wisdom. Make sense? All right, got it? Sorry, I was reading comments. So you live to work? Uh-oh, don't live to work. Work to live. I agree, Anne. She said we get the same thing until we listen. Yep. Okay, so we're going to see how that pertains to the reading of what's coming up this weekend. Okay, so y'all choose Light Seer's deck, deck 1, or the Kipper deck, deck 2. This is more tarot. This is more like oracle style type. Let me know in the comments, and y'all help me to keep track, okay? Oh, wow, Elizabeth. Yeah, I think so too, Elizabeth. We all get interesting scars. 1 or 2? Which one do you want me to use? Y'all help me keep track in the comments, please. Keep count. So like I said, this one's more tarot. This is one of my OG tarot decks, and this one's more oracle style. It's different. It's cool. I pulled these for me yesterday because I rarely ever pull cards for myself, but I pulled some of these for me yesterday, and I was like, holy shit. It was pretty crazy. Hey, Terry, haven't seen you in a while. Okay, so who's winning on Instagram and who's winning on TikTok? 1 or 2? Y'all help me. I can't do polls on both. Who's winning? 1 or 2? 1's got it on TikTok. Okay, now we got 1s and 2s saying, y'all need to count. 1's got it. Okay, what about on Instagram? Is it 1s? Okay, we're going to go with 1s, and I will, okay, 1 on Instagram too. Okay, I thought so. We're going to go with 1, and then you guys know I'll pull 1 from the Kipper deck as a bonus. Excuse me. Can y'all hear the mowers and landscapers outside? If so, I can shut the window. Can y'all hear that? Let me know. Oops. Okay, you can't? Okay, good. Some say no, some say yes. Well, they seem to be getting closer, and that's why I was like, I don't know. It's not too loud. It's kind of loud for me. Let me go ahead and close this, because it is loud for me. I don't want it to be distracting. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me show this a little bit. In our community, the HOA takes care of like the front of the house landscaping, and so they come out every Friday morning. So good times. You thought it was music? Okay. Let's see what is coming up for us this weekend. You guys, we have, if you missed the April Magical Masterclass, it is linked on the 22 channel for everybody in the tribe. You know where to go to find the replay, okay? If you're not in the tribe, sorry, you missed it. But we went through a lot of stuff that's happening in April. It's big, you guys. We're getting ready for like a massive shift, and I'm so ready for this. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for this. I'm ready for things to, like, we see Hollywood crumbling down. We're exposing things in the government, all that crap. I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I'm like, bring it all down, because we need to rebuild it the way that we want it, right? So let's see what's coming up for us this weekend. I'm going to pull one card for each day, and we're going to talk about it. Okay, so for today, speaking of things coming crumbling down, so we have the Tower in reverse, okay? Now, it does mean something different when in reverse. So you could experience, I'm going to give you a few ways to look at this, because this is a general collective, okay? So when the Tower is in reverse, it can indicate a few things. It can indicate that you are making some pretty radical changes today, okay? When it's in reverse, it means that it's not happening to you. You are making this happen. Also, there may have been some really significant changes that you have gone through this week, maybe during the eclipse, like some major changes, like upheaval. And today, you're kind of dealing with the remnants of what has happened, like maybe reflecting back on what has happened, maybe making decisions on, okay, well, this changed, so this is where I'm going to go now, right? So it's also, if you're resisting change, don't, because it's going to make it a lot worse. It will turn this right side up, and it's going to suck, okay? The Tower is not a bad card, okay? There are no bad cards in tarot. The Tower just means that whatever foundation the situation was built upon is not stable, is not healthy, is not of the light, so it's going to come crashing down, just like Hollywood. So it could be also that we are seeing more things crashing down, but they don't really have a direct impact on us, okay? Makes sense? So if you're learning tarot, stick around and you'll learn more and more about how to interpret these cards in different ways, okay? If you're wanting to learn how to read tarot, go to the link in my bio. It's right there at the top, okay? You can still get in super cheap. All right, tomorrow we have the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords, let me put this deck down so I can use my hands. So the Ten of Swords is all about your thoughts, ideas, and your communication. It means you have reached an ending point to something, okay? Something is ending tomorrow. It can be a thought process. It can be a habit. It can be a relationship. There's something here that is difficult to end, but it needs to end because we need to start over again at the one, at the ace. We need to start fresh. We need to start new, because whatever you've been dealing with this Tower stuff, it's like, I'm finally done with this. Like, stop thinking about this. Stop talking about this. Stop giving this any energy. I'm ready to walk away to find my own happiness, okay? And it's not about escaping. It's not about running from anything, because everywhere you go, there you are, right? You cannot run from your past. You cannot run from your problems. You have to face them. You have to claim that I'm done, okay? And if somebody else claims that they're done with your situation, whether it's probably a relationship, right? If they claim that they're done, you accept it, because what's meant for you is always going to be for you. What is not, will not, okay? So when the Ten of Swords shows up, it means done, like the last straw, like I've had enough, okay? So again, with this being a collective reading, it could be like you decide to stop this thinking pattern. You decide to stop this back and forth with this toxic person. You stop this habit. you know, it's like, I'm so done with this. I'm ready to move on. Okay? You might be dropping old ideas of life that you're just finished with, right? And it could be, if we're looking at it from a distance, we're seeing all the stuff in Hollywood getting exposed. You'd be like, I'm so done idolizing these people. I'm so done, you know, thinking that they're better than me or putting them up on a pedestal and realizing just how toxic it really is. Okay? Let's look at Sunday. Sunday, oh, we got some tough energy, you guys, this weekend. Not going to lie. We have the Magician in reverse. Okay? So I'll tell you how you can see this in different aspects. Now, this is tough because we have the Tower changes happening, but the good thing is it's in reverse. Okay? So this would be, like I said, you making the changes, or you're dealing with the remnants of change, or you're seeing it from a distance. Okay? We have the Ten of Swords, like done, done, and done. And then we have the Magician in reverse. Two major arcana today and Sunday. Major arcana are the big secrets. It's the big energy of the tarot. Now, when the Magician's in reverse, it can indicate potential manipulation. However, it can also indicate an energy block. Like, I don't know how I'm going to make this work. I don't know how this is going to work out. You don't have to worry about things like that. Okay? The universe helps you with that. The divine helps you with that. So if you're feeling an energy block, that's time for you to go and ground down. That's time for you to take a step back and relax and be like, okay, let me just collect myself. So if you're experiencing somebody coming back around, like we are in Mercury retrograde shadow period. So if you have somebody coming back around, more than likely it's for manipulation tactics. Okay? It's for their own physical, emotional, mental gain. Okay? It's spot on? Okay. Yeah, Easter is Sunday as well. I'm not Christian, so I don't celebrate Easter, but yeah. Morning, Domingo. I had to do an extreme... Oh, filing a restraining order. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, it's going to be an interesting weekend. Again, it could be on a societal level that we're seeing some sort of manipulation happening. Like, look over here because there's something happening over here, right? We know that's always happening. And I'm not a big conspiracy person, but we have to see what is. We have to know what's happening in front of our face, right? So if this isn't happening in your life personally, it would be something that you see on a collective level, and we always have manipulation happening, okay? So the Magician on Sunday, keep your eyes peeled. Like I said, it could be a person that you're dealing with, or it could be something collectively. Don't fall for it, okay? Hello from Germany. Welcome. Look, we have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. She is very intuitive. She's a smart cookie. Okay, so this is the energy that you use throughout the weekend. Okay, she has her own power. You see her holding up her own wand. She has her own power because remember, we have the blessing of the Queen Mab. This is you taking your power back, you claiming your power. So if you're having these tough energies happening, she's reminding you that you have your own power. Follow your intuition. Follow what you know to be true. Don't fall for the BS, okay? Never put anybody on a pedestal because we are all human, right? We're all human. And we all make mistakes. Life is messy, but it can also be beautiful, right? And you only see the highlight reel on social media, in the movies, and, whatever. So, yeah, tough energy this weekend. However, extremely navigatable, if that's a word. If not, I just made it up. Let me put these down. I have to be very careful with my expressions, you guys, because, like I said, it tightens everything up. That was on the bottom of yours today, too? Uh-oh. Okay. She's telling you to pay attention. Oh, I like that. You work in the garden on Easter. Nice. You're going to the Oddities and Curiosities event. We were supposed to go, Sandy, me and some friends were supposed to go, but we all, like, all of a sudden have so many things happening tomorrow that I don't think we're going to get to go. So we could have run into each other. You'll know me by my scar. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Oh, we have lots of Germany in the house. Awesome. Okay, let's get one from the Kipper deck. Let's see what we need to know. You know what? I just heard, let's pull one for each card. So we're going to pull one Kipper for each card. So the first one we're going to pull is for the Tower. All right, what do we need to know for this Tower card this weekend? We have distant horizons, okay? Now look at this distant horizons. This anchor has broken free from this ship, okay? So this is releasing you to get to where you want to go. This is like, it always reminds me of that thought, that idea that you always have in your mind, right? We talk about this all the time. You always have this picture of what you really want in life in your mind all the time, right? It's like running on a loop. But it always seems up here, not attainable. But it's telling you that you're being shown the way, personally and collectively, on how to get there, okay? You're breaking free from these anchors. You're breaking free from what binds you, what holds you back, which is also perfect because of the lunar eclipse. I'm like, try not to switch them. The lunar eclipse that we had on Monday, right, in Libra, that was all about breaking free from relationships that are no longer serving you, like finally letting that stuff go and just being done with it, okay? Cutting yourself loose. Yeah, the Tower is for Friday, the reverse Tower, yeah. Okay, so let's look at Saturday. Saturday we have high honor. Okay, this is for the Ten of Swords. We have high honor. Well, why would this be considered high honor? Well, it's because maybe you've decided that you're finally done with whatever thought pattern, habit, relationship, whatever's going on in your life that is not good for you. You have finally claimed, I'm done. And your guides, the universe, the divine's always like, anytime you decide to do something that is for your highest good, okay? So they consider that brave, noble, like you're doing the right thing by you because you're claiming, I'm no longer going to participate in this because it's not good for me, right? It's not healthy. This is only hindering me. This is holding me back. And it could be that, you know, maybe we see something collectively happen and it could be somebody of great, like we hold in high honor, and we're like, done with them, you know? So let's look at Sunday. Sunday is the Magician in reverse. Interesting how we have the Coffin. Okay? So when we see these two get together, the Magician in reverse could be, I'm done putting energy into this. I'm done letting you do anything to me. Emotionally, physically, energetically, right? Done, done, and done. So that's very interesting. Because it's like whenever you decide that you're done with a thing or a person, that energy just kind of dispels. You're like, nope, it's done, it's gone. I can't even feel it anymore. But you have to decide that. Nobody else, okay? The universe is going to show you what is not built, like stability-wise, but if you keep rebuilding the same thing, it's going to keep falling over, and they're going to be like, well, we tried to show you, but you have to learn the hard way. You're looking for coffin decor at the event? Well, you're probably going to find it. Breaking free of fears and finding answers I've needed for years. Good for you. Good for you. I don't know what that noise was. Frankincense helps heal the skin. I do have some of that. I know, like frankincense, vitamin E, castor oil, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm ready. As soon as the stitches come out, it's on. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, got it. 19 signifies, we have 1, which is initiation, the self, okay? Starting something. And remember, 9 is things coming to an end, things coming to fruition, but it's also that higher wisdom, right? Because it needs to come to an end because you know better now, right? So it's like you deciding that enough is enough. And then it goes to 10. Well, 10, it comes down to 1. So it's like, I'm starting fresh. Okay? Oops, sorry, y'all. I don't know why TikTok hides some of y'all's comments. No, I'm not doing yes or no questions. I'm doing a collective reading. Yes or no questions, honestly, in tarot are not really a thing. So please don't fall for that. I mean, you can do it if you want to, but it's not really a thing. Tarot is like, it's more intricate than that. It's trying to give you advice. It's not just yes or no. And most of the time, people don't even get it right anyways on here. Your reverse tower showed up at the bottom of the deck. Uh-oh. No more avoiding the inevitable. That's right. That's right. Let's see. I don't know if I shuffled these the other way. Let me make sure I got them shuffled for us, because I was using them in my readings yesterday. So we are seeing 9s show up repeatedly in this reading. So 9 is all about, like I said, we're done, done, and done. Like, I know better. I know. I've learned from this. I understand. I know better, but now I need to do better. Okay? So let's see what else we need to know for this weekend. We have rescue. Look at that. Number 16. I'm going to read this to you so we get the full message. Okay? We've had this one before, but I think it was in reverse if I remember correctly. Okay, rescue says, you are always safe and secure and free to be yourself. Remember, we have the blessing of taking your power back and being yourself, right? So, we have asking for help isn't easy for many successful people. However, that's what you need to do now as you expand your life. If you find yourself troubled, you can expect help with whatever issue is at hand now. You need only ask, and assistance will come your way. The most important support you can expect is from Spirit. Get into a right relationship with the divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up as if by magic to provide you with all the help you need. Ask, and you will receive. There is no need to fear. Safety is a place within. This is so freaking true. Okay, you guys? The more you align, the more you connect with divine, spirit, God, whatever you choose to call it, your spirit guides, the more you choose to connect, the more things magically line up. I'm telling you, it's crazy, okay? I experience these things all the time in my life. And what's funny is, I don't know if Jamie's on this morning, but she and I this morning were talking on Instagram of something that like randomly happened. And it's crazy. It's funny. It's awesome. It's magical. Okay? So it's telling you that if you would just ask for help, firstly from the divine, your spirit guides, then from others, you are going to get that help. Now, most people deny the help because it doesn't come in the way of there's nothing you have to do. You know? The help is, okay, this is what's going to be best for you. You're going to have to give up this, or you're going to have to stop doing this, or you're going to have to do this. And most people are like, oh no, like I don't want to have to do anything. You just fix this and make it better for me, and I'm just going to stay the same. You can't stay the same and want a whole new life. It doesn't work that way. Okay? You have to be willing to change, to evolve, to grow, to let go, because then that opens doors for good things to happen, for better opportunities to come in, okay? So if you're hanging on to old relationships, old like bitter things from the past, Like, let it go. It does not help you, okay? Thank you, Elaine. I'm doing great. You're going to wear your done shirt weekend all weekend? I love it. That's true for you? Good, good, good. I'm glad y'all are resonating with this. This is my favorite thing to do, you guys. I love coming on here and talking with y'all. So ready? You'll do whatever you have to? Good for you, Terry. I know you are. Okay. Let's see. What else do we need to know this weekend? Whoop! All right now. Everybody calm down. You needed this today? Good. I was so excited to get back on here. Ooh, look, we have hostilities in reverse. See? It's telling you that all the hostilities are behind you. There's no need to carry them with you. Okay? This is number 26. So 2 can be the decision, right? You have this decision, that decision. It can also be, oh, look at the balloons. I don't know how that happened, but thank you, or I don't know if I did that. I was on Instagram, y'all. Anyway, 2 can also be relationships, right? You and another person. So when you have this bitterness that you're hanging on to with somebody, you're reliving that event over and over and over again in your mind and in your body. Like, your body does not know the difference. It thinks it's the same thing happening over and over again. So you have to decide to heal that by letting it go and realizing that you're only punishing and hurting yourself by replaying these events in your mind over and over again. That person that did you wrong will get their karma. Like, don't worry. Everybody goes through their lessons, okay? So stop punishing yourself over things that have happened in the past. Don't view other people that are successful and happy and be angry because they're successful and happy, because you can be that too. You just have to decide that, okay? So with the hostilities in reverse, it's letting you know that all of that can be behind you if you choose. But if you choose to keep it in your life, you're going to get to keep it, because the universe, remember, the universe does not give a shit. It's going to give you what you want, okay? Saturn might do it a little bit harsher, but it's all for you. That song just came into my mind. Let's see. All the yellows, yeah. The yellow is that personal power. Connects to your solar plexus chakra. What else? What else? So we're seeing 9s repeat and we're seeing 6s repeat. 6 is all about harmony, healing, love, and it can indicate like love between relationships, okay? Family, that kind of thing. Thank you guys for all the follows and everything. I appreciate you. So with this whole situation with TikTok, you guys, I am creating a space for us to still do these just in case. I'll let you know when it's done. It's not done yet, but I will let you know. Look at that. New beginnings. Okay? I have to be careful showing this card because TikTok might try to ban me. So anyways, because it's, you know, there's no close. It's number 21. So there's that decision again. You have to decide to begin again, okay? You have to come into this place of balance, of neutrality, of, okay, I need to start again. I need to let all this stuff go, right? Because we have the tower, we have the distant horizons, we have all of this energy saying you're being released from this burden. You're being released from this weight. It's time to move on. It's time to start again. You can start again every day if you want to, okay? You just don't go back, right? Every day, do something, doesn't matter, small or big, towards this ideal life that you keep holding up here, okay? You might hold yours in a different area, but I always feel it right here. Is this making sense? see. And those of you that are just joining, we do this every Monday and Friday. Okay, so I'll be back on Monday morning at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we're going to look at the week ahead. You're welcome. All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? We have the Andean cross. I love this one because there's that 2 again. Okay? See the 2 in the top corner? So the Andean cross is telling you, what way do you want to go? You can go any direction. Which way do you want to go? It is up to you. That is your decision. Okay? Hey, Sean. So y'all, that's my mentor right there. She's the one that taught me everything I need to know about tarot and metaphysics. So anyways, this is telling you it's your decision. You decide if you want to go this way, that way, or that way, right? You decide if you want to go forwards or backwards. You want to go up or you want to go down, okay? It's all on where are you? Everybody always asks me, how do I know where I am in my life? And I always tell them, look around you. Are you happy with the friends that you have? Are you happy with the work that you have? Like, what's going on? Are you involving yourself in toxic situations? That's how you know. Is life going forward for you? Is it feeling good for you? Are you in a good place? Do you feel like you're in harmony? Now, it's not always going to be harmonious, but you can gauge where you are vibrationally by looking around you. Okay? Let's see what else. Oh, there's a real release from my child dad, and it's powerful. Good for you. Let's see, what else do we need to know this week? We have West completion. Told y'all. Okay, look at the 4. We have all the 4 directions, right? But it's also talking about, like, think practically, think logically. Look at the details of what's going on in your life, okay? The sun rises in the east, and what does it do? Sets in the west. We're done. We're done with these things. Done, done, and done. That's why we have the coffin on Sunday. Like, we're done dealing with the bullshit, right? That's why we have these eclipses. They come in to make some major changes. But if you're like hanging on, you're like, no, but I love him, or I want this toxicity. You know, you think of those toxic cop shows. That's what you're going to wind up getting. You're going to hang on to that stuff. Just like in our Reiki sessions and our sound bath sessions, I always tell everybody, if you're not willing to let things go, I can't take it from you. You're always going to keep it because you're hanging on to it for dear life, right? So this is telling you, yeah, more yellow. This is telling you, we're done. Have y'all seen that girl with Tourette's on TikTok? She's amazing. I love her. She's always says, like, wind it up. But she'll also say, you're done. That's what it made me think of just now. I love her. But it's like the sun has set on certain aspects of your life that are not working for you. And it's time. It's kind of like this one, the 10 of Swords, right? It looks like the sunset, right? Done. Done. Sometimes they call this a complete and painful ending in tarot, the 10 of Swords. But yeah, it might be painful or it might be tough to end whatever it is that you're ending. The relationship, the habit, the thought process, the way you talk about yourself, whatever this is, it may be difficult, but in time, it gets so much easier, right? And then you start to get clear-headed and you can see why it was not working out for you, why it was not meant for you. It was just a lesson. It was just an experience. Let's move on to another experience that's going to be much better. Okay? And remember, we always say, if it's meant for me, it will be. If not, please block it. Like, you don't want shit that's not meant for you. Let's see. Why do you need to look at the bottom card also? How do you take a card that lands sideways? Oh, why do I look at the bottom of the deck? It's energy that's hiding underneath. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's just energy. Like, for me, it's like, here's what you need to know, like, is under it all. Like, this is supporting, or it's hard to describe. It's like, this is what's underneath. Because you see these difficult cards that we drew, but here we have the Queen of Wands underneath. She's like, hey, don't forget, you've got your power here, right? We have the blessing of Mab. It's like, you have your power. Take it in. You have your intuition. Use it. You are magical. You are powerful. You are much more intuitive than you realize. So don't let this surface stuff take you away from that. If a card lands sideways, I don't shuffle hard like you see on social media. That's not the way to shuffle tarot. You see I shuffle nice and easy. If it lands sideways, you just turn it clockwise. Okay? And you can see how it lands. I mean, it very rarely is going to land like this or like this. You'll see how it lands, and you just turn it the right way that it was meant to be. Sorry, Anne, it hid your comment. I don't know the name. I don't know her name. Oh, Tracy, I'm glad this is helping. Good. People always wind up here when they need to hear a certain message, and I love it. What does the Queen of Swords mean? It came up twice from 2 decks. Well, the Queen of Swords is Libra energy, okay? She's very smart. She's very intelligent. She needs to use her mind to see what is happening, okay? She needs to like kind of back up and look at things when it comes to relationships and decide what's going to be best for her. What route does she want to take? Because she can often be somebody who, if like say she's reversed, she is letting her emotions get in the way. She's codependent. She's like laying down as a doormat because she wants everybody else to be happy, but at her own detriment. So the Queen of Swords is telling you, use your mind. You're smarter than you know. Look at what is. Don't look emotionally right now. You need to look logically and communicate what it is that you need. So I hope that helps. Yeah, the Queen of Wands is at the bottom, but they were asking about the Queen of Swords because they've drawn it from 2 decks. Yes, Ron, I'm okay. I had a cancer spot cut out, but I'm healing. I like that, and makes me think of the 12th house, like the card hidden underneath. Good, I'm glad that helped, Gina. Let's get some more. Let's get one from this deck. Let's see. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. You're welcome, Tracy. Thank you so much, Gina. Like I said, all of y'all that sent me DMs and emails and all that, thank you. Like it's really heartwarming that you guys are so kind and supportive. What else do we need to know this weekend? Oh, damn, you guys. We got the skull. Final ending. I don't know what to tell you. So it says final ending, warning, be vigilant, rebuilding from the ashes. So, listen, I don't know what to tell you. Whatever is happening this weekend, we're like done with it, okay? Again, don't think of this as something scary. Think of it as, okay, well, I'm in control, right? We have this blessing of you are in control. One of the things I always tell my clients when they come to me, whether it's through coaching or readings, I always tell them, do not wait for somebody else to decide your fate, okay? Let's say you're dating somebody, because I get a lot of love inquiries, right? Let's say you're dating somebody and you're like, well, I just don't know if, if they want this to go further. I don't know if they're this and this and that. And I'm like, well, what are you experiencing right now? Like, what's happening right now? You see that they're not acting in a way that would be anything that you want long term. Why are you waiting to see if they want you? You don't even really want them, right? But we want somebody to make this dramatic change for us because it's going to make us feel better. It doesn't work that way, okay? That's what the universe wants you to understand. That's what I had to understand too. I'm not telling you anything I have not gone through, okay? So I'm not talking at you. I'm talking to you as somebody who's been through this. We all want someone to make a dramatic change for us, to make us feel better. But it's not the way it happens. We have to make the dramatic change to make ourselves feel better. If we're expecting someone else to fulfill us, then we're going to be hurt over and over and over again. Okay? This is why it's so important to find your self-love, your appreciation for yourself. Not in a sense of I'm egotistical, like everybody should serve me, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't, no, that's not what it means. It means, you know what? I freaking love myself. I'm pretty awesome. And I would love to share my life with somebody who thinks they're pretty awesome too, and we're going to be awesome together. You know? Remember the whole cup theory. You never hand your cup away. You always just share it, right? Because if you hand it away, it's gone. Okay? So when you decide your own fate, when you realize that you decide your own fate, then it puts you in the power position. Okay? It lets you decide where you go from here. Okay? It allows you to stand on solid ground. Make sense? Because if somebody else is building your foundation, or you're expecting them to do it all for you, you have no real say so. Okay? You can only hope that it's right, and then all of a sudden you're like this and you fall over. That's the way I see it. Oh, you're so sweet, Elizabeth. She speaks from wisdom and what she believes needed now for understanding it, the collective. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys have no idea, like, all the shit that I've been through, all the shit that I've witnessed and everything. Like, I speak from experience because I feel like I had to go through all of that to be able to do what I was destined to do, which is to help, to guide, to motivate, okay? Used to be like that. And you get it loud and clear now. Good for you. Any insight on the solar eclipse? Yeah, the solar eclipse. Okay, we're thinking about this. It's in Aries, right? What is Aries? Aries is a cardinal sign. Aries is a leader. Aries is about the self. Okay, it's like your body. It's leadership. It's you. Okay, so when we have this eclipse happening, these are dramatic shifts and changes that are going to push you into who the hell are you? Right? What do you want out of life? We just had the lunar eclipse in Libra, and Libra was about other people, right? Our relationships. We're moving away from those toxic people. This is why we have this going on this weekend, because the energy is not just on that day, okay? We're in this whole energy right now. We're moving away from these relationships that just are dragging us down. That's why we have the distant horizon. You see that anchor right there? That anchor is the people that, you know, the crab in the bucket method, right? They just want to hold you down, not always out of malice, but sometimes out of fear that you're going to leave them alone, or they think they know what's best for you. They might have well intentions, but it's limiting, right? Because people can only help you or advise you from what they know, what they've experienced. And most people have experienced like this much of life. Okay? So this is why you don't want to get advice from somebody that's young. And it's not that they're stupid, it's they haven't had a much life experience. This is why anytime you get a coach, a tarot reader, anything like that, you need somebody that has life experience, because they can empathize with you. They most likely have been through that, right? And they can show you the way out if they themselves have gotten out. If not, then I don't recommend it. You know, because you'll see on social media all these people talking about how you can get rich, how you can be a millionaire, blah, 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 while they're sitting in their apartment with like a sheet behind them, you know, as their curtain and stuff like that. And that's not talking shit about them, but it's like you shouldn't be talking about things that you don't know about because you haven't experienced it yourself. Okay? I can't talk to you about being a millionaire, but I can talk to you about somebody that's been extremely broke, playing beat the bank, and has gone to earning 6 figures. Okay? I will not talk to you about being a millionaire. That's just not my thing, right? So we have to not partner with people that are not on the same trajectory as us. They haven't lived the life that we have lived. They're not, you know what I'm saying? Am I making sense? Because I feel like I'm talking like in a lot of different areas. But I just have to keep going. If I'm confusing you, please let me know now while I take a drink. We don't want to partner up with people that refuse to see bigger pictures. Okay, it's making sense? Yay, good. Because when I get on a roll, like it just flows, and so I have to just get it out. I have friends who won $1 million on Texas Lottery when it first started. Oh, wow, that's awesome. I wonder if they still have it. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. So be discerning, you guys. This weekend can be about you being discerning about who you're watching on social media, who you're interacting with, who you're taking advice from, okay? Like, let's say, I wouldn't want, like I was saying earlier, I wouldn't want to take advice from somebody who's young, right? Life advice from somebody who's young. However, I would take social media advice from somebody who's young, right? Technology advice from somebody who's young because they get it, right? They're in it. Know who you're talking to and why you're talking to them, okay? Know their lane, and if you want to get in that lane. Make sense? Like, I ask my kids certain things about technology. Some of the things I know more about than they do. It just depends. You got to figure out, who is this person? What is their expertise? And is this helpful? Don't get advice from friends and family who are broke. Like, don't get financial advice from them. Why would you do that? You know, if somebody's in a shitty relationship, don't get relationship advice from them. Okay? You want to be in a place, like, if you're trying to heal, you're trying to get away from toxic partners, like, don't get advice from people that have shitty relationships or all about the drama and things like that. Like that, no, doesn't serve you, okay? Moving away from those energies. That's what that lunar eclipse was. Now we're moving into the solar eclipse, where it's all about the self. Like, who are you? What is it that you want? How can you take charge of your own life? How can you be the one that sets the standards? You be the one that makes the decisions, okay? I see this in the manifestation reels. When you look behind, they're not in a place where they look wealthy. Yeah, they're not. They're just trying to get views and get money off of you. Because there are people, like, especially back in the day, they'd be like, I made 6 figures, like per month, or 5 figures per month, blah, 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 and I'll show you how. Well, they haven't, but since they told you they did, you go and buy their course. That course pushes them into making the 5 figures. But the course is like pretty much trash because they're just saying, you promote whatever. That's why people are so irritated about courses, because most of them are trash because they don't really teach anything. It's just helping that person get money. So be discerning as far as who you're giving your energy to, who you're giving your money to, who you're giving your time to, who you're giving your emotions to, okay? Stop giving to toxicity. Put me in, coach, I'm ready to play. I love that song. Bye, Melanie. I totally agree with this, but people often seek my advice, even when I tell them I haven't experienced that particular type of hardship. Well, they might not be. Sometimes they're just seeking support. Sometimes they're just seeking somebody to listen to them. So if you can't advise them, it's good that you're honest and you're like, I haven't been through that experience before, so, I can only tell you this and this and this. So honesty is always the best policy, so that's great. But like I said, most people are looking for support. Yeah, rich dad, poor dad. Yeah, he failed. I mean, times are changing, you guys. We're going through a divine feminine evolution. Now, the divine feminine evolution means we're waking up, we're bringing light to the dark, and we are seeing what's going on, and we're understanding that what's been happening needs to come down, needs to crumble, because so many people are getting hurt, so many people are getting manipulated. I mean, it's so much change that we're going through, and it's going to take a while for this evolution to happen. But the divine feminine evolution is being more empathic of people, being more sympathetic towards people, and nurturing towards people. It's all about the collective, not about the elite up there, you know? So this divine feminine evolution is also about women taking their power back. Like we have feminism, right? We have feminism, but this is different. This is kind of like the 4B movement, okay? If you ever heard about that, it's where women, I believe it's in China, no longer dating, no longer having children, no longer having sex, no longer doing those things because they are not being treated right. So it's not like they're fighting and attacking. They're saying, if you can't treat me right, you don't get access to me. We're going to show you just how powerful we are and just how much you need us by no longer participating. And that's how you stand in your power. You set those boundaries, right? Just like if we needed to make change with the government, right? We stop buying shit. We stop feeding into it. We stop participating in the BS. This is how we do these evolutions, these revolutions, whatever you want to call it, okay? But it's everybody waking up going, this is not healthy for us. That's not okay. We need to make a difference. And we do it by leading by example. Not fighting, not rioting. We stop feeding into it. Okay? Because just like the whole TikTok thing, they stretch it out so long because finally, at the end, you're going to wind up just accepting defeat. But if you don't, if you start doing things, like you're like, okay, if y'all are going to take away TikTok, here's what's going to happen. And the collective participates. And guess what's going to happen? We'll get TikTok back. It's not that hard, right? But we all have to stand together. But the problem is everybody's too afraid. It's called, what's it called? It's like a collective ignorance. I just forgot the word. Sympathetic. No, that's sympathetic vibration. Oh, man. There's a word. It has just left my brain. But it's where everybody thinks that other people are going to handle a situation. So they don't do anything about it. And it's really a collective ignorance. Okay? And no, not Stockholm Syndrome. But it's where, there was a lady going down the road and she was being attacked by a guy. And 37 people saw her. Nobody called the police. Because everybody else assumed that somebody else was calling the police. And she died. Right? So it's like that. It's us assuming that other people have it handled. And we just sit back and we just do whatever. And it keeps happening. Let me go ahead and pull a couple more cards because I only have 2 minutes left on Instagram. Sorry, guys. I got on a tangent and totally forgot to have a time limit on Instagram. Let's see what our money message is this weekend. Look at that. We have options. So there's 3 ways to resonate. Many opportunities are becoming available to you now or flooded by too many ideas. Do not get stuck in doubt when an offer presents itself. Seize the moment. And then create multiple streams of income. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. Get rid of the old stuff so you can have these opportunities come in and you can recognize them when they come in. Okay? But you're not going to be able to do that if you're hanging on to old stuff. Let's do one more from the Rebel deck. Sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to take up all that time. If you want to know if your ex's baby is yours, you need to go have a test done. Ask her. Let's see. Look, it says stop talking, shut your mouth, and listen. Stop overthinking, stop over-talking. Remember, we have the 10 of Swords. Thoughts, ideas, communication. Listen. You know your intuition is speaking to you. Okay? Stop trying to talk yourself into things or out of things. It depends. Into things that are not good for you, out of things that are good for you. Bye, Instagram. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you Monday morning, 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Mwah. I hate that it does that time limit on there, right? So again, stop talking, shut your mouth, and listen. When you stop talking, you guys, you'll hear exactly what people are who they are. If you let people talk, they'll tell you exactly who they are. Okay? Don't try to reason. Don't try to talk over them. Let people talk. I'm an observer. I love to watch people, okay? That's probably because I'm a projector and I'm supposed to like sit back and wait for the invitation, right? To speak up. I've always been an observer. Everybody's always like, you're so quiet. And I'm like, I'm just watching, just paying attention. If you stop talking and you let them talk and you listen, you will know exactly what you need to know. People will always tell on themselves, good or bad. Okay? So pay attention. Be this one with the intuition. Be the one that knows. And then listen to it. Don't doubt it. Don't talk yourself out of it. You know, it's like you all have intuition. You all have spidey senses. Use them. And remember, the hostilities can be behind you. Stop pulling them back in, right? We have endings happening this weekend. We're going to see a lot of endings collectively, maybe personally, and it doesn't have to be big and scary. It is something that is meant to move you forward, okay? Like we have rescue. If you need help, ask for help, and it will be given, okay? So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. If you need anything, I'm always here, okay? The link is in my bio. Like I said, I am creating another space for us to come together like this, just in case there is a disappearance of TikTok, because I can't stand Instagram and Facebook and all that shit because they're the reason this is happening. So I'll be moving it to my own private place, but I will let you know whenever that happens. But have a wonderful weekend. Like I said, if you need anything, I'm always here. If you're wanting to learn how to read tarot, go to the link in my bio. It's right there at the top, and you can get in before it's completed, because when it's completed, it goes to the full price, okay? Mwah. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys. I'll see you.